part 24 of Pokemon again, because I thought we were recording, but it turns out we weren't. So we're doing a recording again. So unfortunately, we're watching the same footage twice. So hopefully, it won't be as annoying as it did last few times. But yeah, we are going through the rest of Cycle Road here and going through Fuchsia City. We won't do a whole lot in Fuchsia City, but at least not yet. We're just gonna get through here to show you where you ended from Cycle Road, and at the beginning of the part where I'm gonna start to show you how to get to Fuchsia City from the right side through Vermilion and Lavender Town. It's an intersect way to get there, and we'll continue that from the next part on. But for now, we're finishing up the Cycle Road here. I'm gonna show you where it all ends here. We'll go back up and show you the right side of what Cycle Road shows. Defeat all those trainers, and we're gonna fight some bird tamers here and there. They're exactly what they are named after. They specialize in ground types. They specialize in the flying bird type Pokemon, which we will see a lot of Pidgeys, Pidgeotos, Spearows, Doduo, and Dodrio. Doduo and Dodrio, which you can find a Doduo here in the patch on the right side of Cycle Road.
Can you find a Mankey?
Maybe?
The answer is yes.
Yes.
I
want to say yes.
I would only know where you can catch Mankey.
At least in red and blue, at least. In yellow.
In yellow, I have no idea.
You can catch one as soon as right before your fight. Yeah, in that patch of grass that we passed.
You also catch Coughings, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I think you run 2 Coughings in those patch of grass as well. But yeah, on this part here, we're heading towards. We'll go into Fuchsia. Like I said, we won't see everything, but Fuchsia is home to the famous Safari Zone that allows you go out and hunt for Pokemon. Much like close to being a Pokemon poacher as you can possibly be. And it's also home for our next gym badge. I don't know if I tackle Sabrina or Koga first, but Koga, the Ninja Master Pokemon, specializes in the Poison type Pokemon, which can be very, very annoying. But like I said, it might be a while before we get to see some gym leaders for the time being, because I believe once I start on the other side of getting to Fuchsia, it might be a while. And plus, I think I tackle the Seal Company before I go into fight Koga. Plus, we'll go look through the Safari Zone, because the Safari Zone has some good items that we can pick up. But that's for another part and another time. But as of now, we are tackling a lot of these poison type Pokemon and fighting types, mainly by the Cube Ball class and the Biker class. To be quite honest, if you're in a hurry and you just want to get through it, the Cycle Road is the best way to get through it faster. The other side actually will take longer, but since there's more trainers on that side, you'll beef up in levels in no time by going through the right side. If you want to go through Fuchsia, through the Lavender Town / Vermilion City route, if you want to level up. If you just want to get there quickly, take the Cycle Road. But that's not until later. But yeah, that's what we're going through in this part. Now I do show off the other Snorlax battle, and I'll show you how quickly, if you don't want to capture a Snorlax, how you can get rid of that nuisance very, very quickly, within a minute. I do want to make note, and the right side, in which we were going to, here at the end of the part here, we are going to get some more rods, since we haven't been getting any since Vermilion, which is the good and super rods. They're probably Super Rod being the best that gets you at least a level 40 Pokemon and gets you more Pokemon rather than the splashing around magic card, which might be a Sea King, Kingdra, maybe a Gyarados too, for good measure. Good rods will help you capture like Poliwags, your Tentacles, Goldines, and stuff like that. But yeah,
What about the semi-mediocre run?
no, there's only 3 rods. The old, the good, and the super.
And the semi-mediocre.
Yeah. So if you're very underleveled, I think, if you're in the 30s and you need to get to the 40s, you got that grass type, that electric type, for you. I think, going fishing for those 35 to 40 level Pokemon might help you grind a little bit.
Is there a grass and electric type at all?
A grass electric type? In this generation or all of Pokemon? I think the only thing I can come up to mind is Generation 4's is Ronkon, when you have him become an electric lawnmower or something like that. But if there is, I can't think of any top of my head at this point. Like I said, after Generation 3, maybe 4 I can remember some 4s, but 5 and beyond I kind of don't remember a lot of Pokemon, to be quite honest. It's one of those, if I see it, I remember it, but I cannot remember it off the top of my head if you say it. It's just with series expanding, I think at this point, with Sun and Moon releasing at this point, I think that we're up to like 800 Pokemon at this point, and you can't remember all of them. You just can't.
Maybe like in a time span of 2 hours, maybe.
And
maybe longer. It's 5 hours.
It's like you can't remember all.
Some of them.
Yeah, I remember some of them.
I remember.
But after a while, you kind of just.
I could tell you.
You're going to lose track. You can't remember all.
I can name my favorites. That's about it.
Yeah. You can't. At this point, it should be expected at this point. Not everybody's going to remember every single Pokemon. I think you're going to remember the ones you liked and whatnot, and more what generation I start to play Pokemon. But at that point, I think that's about it. Yeah, because I think in this last Sun and Moon, I think not even 100 new Pokemon were put into this game. Most of it were just redesigns for Generation 1 Pokemon. I think most of it was. If not, yeah, at this point, I think that's all they can do. Instead of just adding more Pokemon and be repetitive and just being almost the exact same Pokemon. Which is not saying they haven't been, they probably they have. But, at this point, all they could do is just redesign old ones. What they did for Mega Evolutions, that's what they did Aloha versions. Try to give new looks to older Pokemon. And I think that's probably the best thing they can do. Well, still adding some new ones, of course. One more bird tamer to go. I call them bird keepers, but that's the later generations. And in this generation, a lot of these trainer classes do get changed. So I do forget what they were called in this generation.
Changed one?
Yeah, these are
bird keepers.
No,
They're called bird keepers.
I think you're right. You see, I even forgot now. But I thought they were bird tamers or something. Or I think there might be just be tamer classes, by what I'm thinking of. But yeah, but we already mentioned our problems with this generation, but and that's the end of our little journey on our left side of Kanto to get to.
Yeah, I could say bird keeper.
Yeah, bird keeper. My apologies then. Now, after we go into this Pokemon's in here and heal up, we're gonna get us a good rod. Only to immediately here in the next less than 3 minutes get a better rod than what we got. Get here. But we're gonna leave Fuchsia here, but we will be back because we haven't got everything that we need to get here as of yet. But we're gonna go train later, but we'll probably going to fight one trainer, which is the Rocker, which specializes in the electric types, which I think we run into one at Lieutenant Surge. I think that's the last time we ever saw one. But yeah, that's gonna be what's gonna happen for the rest of this, is defeating the Snorlax to see how quickly it is to get rid of it, rather than catching one. To fight one trainer and get us a better rod. So that will end this part, and starting the next part, we're gonna keep on heading down and head down and left to the other side of Fuchsia. Makes it weird, but yeah, the Snorlax, I keep using Dig. Snorlax isn't gonna defend itself anymore. See, this Pokemon isn't such a pain in the ass now that I'm not trying to catch it. And with that, he calmed down with a yawn and returned to the mountains. I also did pick up I think it was a Hyper Potion, which I could have gotten earlier, but I think, I'd forgotten what it was there, or forgot to pick it up. I went to go pick it up now. But I know I was here a little while ago and I didn't pick it up for whatever reason. But yeah, I think this might be the last Runker that we'll see. So this is it for him, for this trainer class at least. And since our Electrojax versus Doug Trio, see you later in Sayonara. Now in the yellow version on this road here, if you have a Pikachu that has learned Surf and whatnot, you can do a mini game with it, which I will be showing off in our yellow playthrough. But until then, I'll probably go into detail then of how to obtain one. But with that said, I think we'll save another topic for the next part of our discussion. So after we tame the Super Rod, we'll end part 24 and head to part 25 next time. Catch y'all later.